Alright, we're going on to match 2. Just a reminder, here's a deck. We have our mainly black with some white and some artifacts. The main things that are really helping us push through in games is Herald of Anguish is a great finisher, Call for Unity is pretty ridiculous. Some great synergy we have is with our Defiant Salvagers and the animation module. So we can basically sacrifice as much stuff as we want and turn on the 1/1s. Which were both the hidden stockpile, just a variety of other things, just kind of keep a board presence. A nice trick we learned is use the Defiant attacking with a whole bunch of servos, and then just sacrificing them to make more servos, and all the while just pumping up our Defiant Salvagers. So let's see if we can take game 2. Starting off, I think this is probably a keep. We do have the one blue source that's only really there for Dove and Bond. Otherwise, we have an early Fretworth Colony, which can really get out of hand. Also, dip into Midnight Oil and Defiant Salvager. So hopefully, we'll hit a white land. But even then, like, that's not a huge amount. Maybe they'll think that we're blue-black. Well, I guess we're kind of technically a little bit blue-black. Alright, so hoping for a third land drop here. But Fretworth Colony does get pretty big pretty fast. So if they don't have a good answer, we'll kill them well before they kill us. There we go. It's a question of, do they want to trade here? So now fourth land would be even better because we could pump out the Malphus Squadron. May even drop the Midnight Oil. Anything, I think we're going to be able to put them on a pretty nice clock. Huh. So we could kind of do some finicky things here. Could attack here. And fully using our mana, we could sacrifice and then use Vengeful Rebel to keep up the present without pinging ourselves too hard. And then if we get white, we'll have the Alley Evasion if we want to reset the Vengeful Rebel. Well, that doesn't really work well for Saram. So I think maybe we just keep pressure. We sacrifice the Vengeful Rebel and just keep going on in. Maybe this is a little too hellbent of a strategy, but at a certain point he's gotta stop blocking us. I think one can be pretty aggressive, but if we can get land, we can play a Malphus squad and an artifact. think maybe I'd chuck in here and see if this is a race, because if he has a pump spell, he'll clear this guy out. Or I could sit back and play the Midnight Oil. I think that's what I'll end up doing. I'll play the Midnight Oil, and now we'll see if we can outdraw him. Is he gonna fight my guy here? Clear him out? Yeah. So I puts a counter on that, hits me for 5. It's kind of steep there. Let's get me another land here. One, two, three, four, 5. So that Cerams isn't really going to help us a lot here. I think we play the Maul. Well, we don't need the other black for the Maul Fist. The server would be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we get a 6 land, we can tap out the servo and get a Fen Crawler. And so I'll hopefully be trying to trade this Maul Fist for the Market Night Guard. If he attacks the Colossus, I'll probably just end up taking it. So I think we block with the servo here. I know we were going to use the servo to get the Fen Crawler, but we just can't block the 5, the 6/6 over and over again. We're still going to start taking damage from the Midnight Oil. So what we can do is play the Renegade map. So yeah, I think this is how we get out of this. So keep the Maul Fist out. Play the Defiant Salvager. And our opponent will be see if we can trade the Maul Fist for the Peacekeeper. We'll probably just end up having to let the Aether Chaser through. And the next turn we can play Cerams and replay the Defiant Salvager. Hopefully that'll help us just clear everything out of our hand. And if we draw another white source, then we can use the Renegade map as an extra way of getting at the Fen Hauler. Yeah, as long as he keeps hitting creatures with that, that's going to be pretty annoying. Yep, this works out well for us. Sure. Okay. Don't like that nearly as much. That's fine. I can eat it later. Nope, it's going to get exiled. I could bounce it, but I'd rather have the Defiant Salvager in hand. So I'll block here. Turn that guy to my hand. I really need to try to get rid of some cards. Try stabilize. There's my land. So I'm going to play Saram, casting Defiant Salvager, and then do I have enough for a Fenton Crawler? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do, but my Defiant, I'm really running the risk of dying here. I could eat all of these. And just threaten to tussle with anything he throws. Although technically I think I'm just dead. You can pay 2 to make that just an artifact creature. It might have been better just to discard the Fen Crawler and just have like a whole bunch of blockers. I think I definitely should have just let the Fen Crawler go. I could have had Gonti. He might let it go though. He might try to wait out a turn. I don't know. If he wants to do this, I think I'm... Oh, no. Yeah, that's it. So he's got Prey Upon, Hunt the Weak. He's got a couple things we have to worry about. So I'm not 100% sure about the Fretwork colonies again. I don't think I have any way of getting rid of artifacts. I have the Solvent. I'm not really 100% sure on that. He has a lot of little fight cards that can pick away at my creatures. So the Fretworks will get really big really fast. I might end up keeping those. He's attacking me with a 3-1, a couple other things. Maybe... Maybe I might do the Automaton. Air Elevation actually seems like an interesting way of winning a race. But I don't really have a huge amount of instant speed interaction. He had that 1-1. I wish I had a way of getting rid of his some artifact removal. A Resourceful Return might not be a bad early pickup, especially if I have all my Defiant Salvagers. Maybe take out the Maul Fist. The Midnight Oil was doing well. I think I just made the wrong play with the Fen Hauler. It's a little late on the ground, but I think I can keep this because we can dump most of our lands and set Midnight Oil. So we can do bug if we want. I think it'd be nice to set up the fretwork. Because then we can use Foundry Hornet next turn if we can get like a block out of them. Maybe we just run out the Hornet right off the bat here, kill his 1/1, and then push through and see if he wants to trade. Though he's going to have enough to crew the ridiculousness next turn. So it might just be better just to stay aggressive. I don't think he'll want to trade here. Yeah. Nope. Don't really want to deal with that. I think I'll play the bug, see if he wants to attack with anything, and then just attack with this guy. If he wants to do that again, I can block with the Hornet, drop it back down, clear out some of his 1/1s, even if he wants to attack with the Aether Chaser. Yeah, now he seems pretty determined on this plan. Nope. This will be nice because I'll be able to basically recharge my hand. And give myself a scry. Put that on top. Next turn, if I want, I can play Midnight Oil, I can just run out the demon. I don't mind if he wants to keep doing this, blocking with the Hornet. I think I double block here. Keep my life total high. Two, three, four, five, six, 7. And that way, if I need to, I can block with the ear construct. Now he's pitching cards. Yeah, he needed to play that. So hopefully I don't die to whatever the shenaniganry is. So just attack with everything. construct. Midnight Oil. Draw 2 cards. And I don't think he'll find an answer. Alright, game 3. So that Consulate Dreadnought was kind of a plan, but didn't really go anywhere. Like I said, kind of wish I had some way of destroying artifacts, but I guess the Universal Solvent is kind of an option, but I don't really see that as much of a solution. So let's see if we can get this game. Ah, well, this is pleasant. I really always like starting out with 1 land. I think this is definitely a mulligan, even though we're on a play. Even though we have the Eager Construct and a lot of 2-drops, I think it's just not worth the risk. Alright, this actually is a pretty solid keep here on a lot of different levels. So what we can do here is we can run out the map, and then next turn we can swamp, sacrifice the Renegade to play out the hidden stockpiles. Get our blue, get the hidden stockpiles, and in turn get a servo. So then this turn we can throw out this operative, attack with the servo, sacrifice the servo, put that on, I guess we'll put this on the bottom. I don't know if we want that. And we don't have another black source, so we're probably going to get our black option. We're going to run out of Dovin Bond. I guess put on top of our library. And there we go. Get another one of these guys. If he wants to activate this and run it into our Death Touch guy, I'm pretty much more than happy to oblige. Put that guy, sit back, don't need to do anything. Now we can just kind of get value out of Dovin Bond. Just kind of build a little wall of creatures until we run out of lands, and we'll play Midnight Oil, and then use Dovin Bond to kind of just stay alive. Yep, this is fine. Actually, don't mind using our Death Touch guy here. Let's see. Use your construct, do a little scrying. Put that on top of our library. Guess maybe we'll put on the bottom. I guess we could use it as a bounce. We're going to be doing a lot of blocking. So my 7 is your opponents can't top more than 2 permanents during their untapped step. So that would be a pretty fun way of getting around things. Doesn't have any other creatures to play. That's we're in a pretty good position here. So there's our evasion. I think we just kind of keep ticking up. We can... I don't know what we really attack with here. We could just sit back and wait. At a certain point, Dovin Bond is just going to be enough of a house on his own. Can scry with this creature. Put the black on top. You have just an infinite source of blockers here. Plus the alley evasion works well for us. If they start pressuring with a lot of creatures or maybe like a flyer, we're in a pretty good position. Midnight Oil. Yep. So now we're just kind of holding. A couple ways of sacrificing. 4, 5. To try to target artifacts. So I think we sacrifice 1 to scry. Put that on top. And then we could bounce this one. Which I think, why not? Yeah, let's let it resolve. Alright, that will do. And then we'll bounce this guy. So now we're just starting to draw cards, get some value. I don't think I want the fretwork as much as I'd like the counter on this guy. I think you do Defiance Salvager, Wet Work, sacrifice a Wet Work, and then that guy minus. Get the 1/1. Dovin Bomb will kind of tick down, but we're fighting a war over him now and not the rest of my cards, so that's at least something. And if he wants to do extra damage, I can use these ground. Oh well, he just wants to do that. That's fine too. Holy moly. So I think maybe I just fire this off. See where that leads me. So I'm not going to be able to defend it. So you can only untap 2 permanents a turn. this guy, all these dudes. So you can only untap so much stuff. And you can only untap it with the mobile garrison. Untaps that guy. I guess I'll throw that in front of there. Top of the library. So, lead out with Gonti, I guess. I have to discard the Fen Hauler, which will mean I'll lose life. That's too bad. Let's see what I can steal. Pima Outrider. That seems like it'd be fun. And then sacrifice this guy. And I might get rid of the Fretworth. I mean, he's going to get out of hand pretty soon. But not... well, maybe I'll trade off Gonti. That might be enough. No. So I can technically sacrifice this guy off too. Just have a blocker. Yep. So that's going to do me some damage. But next turn I get to get the Pillow Bug, the Pima Outrider. At a certain point, they're going to want to start trading for this Fretworth colony. So you're going to realize it's not going to be able to stop me. So return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. That's something I can actually play, creature-wise. So I'm also going to draw a card off of this, which is kind of awkward. I'll just get the done operative here. Put up with having to have an extra card in my hand. Oh, animation module, gonna lose the done operative. Oh well. Don't think he can actually find a way of blocking. What am I looking to try to do here? If I attack with this guy, if I attack for, well, I could have made a lethal attack, but I didn't. Yep. So maybe he can burn me out at this point. That would be kind of unfortunate. Pia, Killa. It's gonna be kind of close here. Alright, I can just make this thing infinitely big. Can he deal enough damage to me in the air? I have to get rid of this thing, which is going to bring me down to 3. I think I have to attack with the pillow bug in some capacity. I think I can afford this. I think I actually need to attack the pillow bug just to make sure I gain life here. Actually, making all these might have been a mistake. It might have been better just to have the Pima Outrider. Oh yeah, that's probably why I should have just stupid attacked. I think we might take this. Sorry, I haven't really been talking a huge amount. This has been kind of weird to kind of all stress through. I think the ability to sacrifice our guy, it would have been perfectly able to kill us if we hadn't been able to just sacrifice that dude. And I think he's trying to figure if he has a way. It's really, really close. I think there were a lot of misplays we did along the way. But I think this leaves us out on top. Unless he can draw, like, even if he has like a burn spell, he can only untap 2 permanents. Which means he's got to either untap 2 lands. We've been choking his ability to play anything. Because he's just been trying to untap creatures. But the most he can untap is the Thopter and a land. I don't know what he can put for land, so, yep. Made it to the finals. I would almost be willing to go back and kind of do a play-by-play on all the right ways to play that game, and a lot of the ways I just kind of fumbled around. So, but yeah, we'll see. See you guys in the finals.